Pond5 was started about 10 years ago by a cinematographer. A very simple goal of providing a forum for all of his content to appear online. And he was a smart guy, so he invited all his friends to publish their content to his website, and thus a business was born. When the company started out, we did a couple of things that were fairly novel and unique at the time. The first thing is we are incredibly artist friendly. As I mentioned, we are operated by artists, for artists, and we let artists set their own price. So what that means is, as an artist, we're not going to dictate to you what your content should be sold for. We'll help you, we'll guide you, but you get to set your own price. The other thing that we do, which is fairly novel and unique, is we split everything with our artists 50-50. Anything that we are able to license on your behalf, you keep half, we keep half. And we find that being fair and generous with our artists, as well as letting them set their own price, provides us a really compelling, unique value proposition, which is unbelievable content. The really cool thing about our clips is about 1/3 of our content appears nowhere else on any other marketplace except on Pond5. It's not bound by contract, it's not bound by any sort of legal agreement, it's because of the relationship that we build with our artists and with our creators give us this incredibly unique content. And as we stand here today, we are sitting at over 7.2 or 7.3 million video clips. Every day we get between 10 to 20,000 new video clips uploaded a day. We have about over 1 million 4K clips, as well as many other clips in many other media formats like After Effects and music tracks and sound effects. So it's a pretty cool model. The thing that I always tell creators, especially those who are trying to monetize their content, is do something unique, do something different, do something special. And then I always get the question, what is unique, what is special? And it really comes down to what is something that you can do that somebody else will have a harder time doing. And the best example I can provide is, I give this one all the time. If you're going to the zoo and you see a lion at the zoo and you film it with your iPhone, virtually anyone can do that. However, if you take that same lion and you film it in its natural habitat, caring for its cubs per se, that is much harder, much more difficult to do, much more unique, and we'll get a premium price, it will sell greater. And if you can find a lion in action running, chasing another animal perhaps, that's really unique, really compelling, really difficult to do, and something that I know our buyers want. So that kind of thinking applies to virtually every category. It could be nature, it could be people interacting, it could be business, it could be lifestyle, it could be travel and leisure. Do something that is unique, compelling, and something that someone else can't easily replicate just by going outside and doing something at the spur of the moment. Because of the diversity of our buyer base, we see demand across literally every content category, from lifestyle, business, environmental, nature. It really runs the gamut. Our buyers are in virtually every industry, from ad agencies to TV production shops to film production shops, and what they're filming runs the gamut as well. So there really isn't any one particular category. If you had to really push it, I would think about what's current. You know, what's happening in our world today that you think other buyers would want to reflect somehow, some way within their productions as well. Yeah, I mean, the things that I would say that are really important for most creators to think about are intellectual property rights. It's really important that all the content that we're getting has two important things, a model release and a property release. And those are things that, you know, don't naturally find their way into the creative process, but are really, really important. If you're a creator and you want your works to be distributed in as many places as possible, it's important that you've taken the proper precautions to protect the intellectual property of the folks that you're including in your creative works as well. 2 weeks ago, we actually formally announced the creation of our Global Partnership Program. And what the Global Partnership Program allows our creators to do is, through one upload, they can upload their content to not only Pond5, but have that content appear in many other marketplaces as well. And we're really excited to announce that the first inaugural partner in that partnership is Adobe. And we couldn't be more excited to have such a preeminent partner as the first one to kick off this partnership. Adobe obviously has the world's leading creative cloud platform. Virtually every editor out there in the world uses Adobe, and having our content creators have their content at the fingertips of these fabulous editors is something that we are excited to be part of.